When One Piece Season 1 premiered on Netflix, one of the biggest surprises wasn't the action or the sets, it was the casting choices. From the very first episode, people locked onto Nami and said, "Perfect casting." The praise Emily Rudd received wasn't just because she looked the part, it was because she truly carried Nami's energy. Her expressions, her attitude, that slightly sarcastic yet warm vibe, viewers felt this. The show wasn't just skimming the surface of these characters, it understood why they were loved. Even before Season 2 was released, we actually experienced a similar situation, but before getting into that, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you still haven't. Your support really means a lot. If you're ready, let's begin. That's why what's happening right now with Season 2 is even more interesting to me. Because before the season has even aired, before we've fully seen anything, the conversation has already shifted. In Season 1, the fandom's breakout character was Nami. Now it feels like Season 2 already has a fandom lead before it's even out. And right now, on social media, Robin has clearly taken that role. Everywhere I look, it's the same thing. Under the teaser, in trailer comments, in leaked set photos, official posts, fan edits, Robin is everywhere. More importantly, the attention isn't spreading out. In Season 1, people were talking about the cast as a whole. Now it feels like a single character is dominating the entire conversation. The focus has shifted from who will be what to we just need to see Robin. Of course, this doesn't mean Nami has faded into the background or lost value. Emily Rudd is still very loved, and she absolutely deserves it. It's just that the online atmosphere has changed. How perfectly Nami was cast isn't even up for debate anymore. It's treated like an accepted fact. And on top of that acceptance, a new question has emerged. So what happens when Robin arrives? We probably won't see her that much in Season 2 anyway, but I think in Season 3 the spotlight will shift to Robin. I feel like Season 3 will be Robin's season. Because if Robin is being talked about this much before the season even drops, when the episodes air and people fully see her scenes, that interest could multiply. Right now, the internet is already in love with the idea of Robin. If the live-action version of the character is written correctly, performed well, and delivers the right aura, Robin could very easily become the most beloved and maybe even the most iconic live-action character the series has had so far. I don't think there's any need to constantly compare Robin and Nami. These aren't characters competing in a who's better race. They're the two most important female members of the crew, and in the live-action adaptation, there are only two main female characters in the core team anyway. So it's completely normal for people to focus on these two names, make edits, and say in the comments, this one's better. Especially when both are cast so well and both are shining, comparisons feel almost inevitable, but I believe this. As the season progresses, especially once Robin truly joins the crew, that comparison will slowly lose its meaning. Because Robin's role isn't to replace Nami. On the contrary, it's the energy that emerges when she shares scenes with Nami. When Robin and Nami stand side by side, the tone of the story shifts, the team dynamic becomes richer, and people move from who's talked about more to this duo works so well. I think the most critical factor here is that the live-action adaptation seems to have chosen the right actresses for both characters. Just like Emily Rudd's energy as Nami was embraced, if the actress playing Robin truly delivers facial expressions, posture, voice tone, that mysterious aura, then just like in the anime and manga, viewers will stop placing the two characters against each other and start loving them side by side. Because when casting is done right, characters don't compete, they complement each other. I clearly remember this from the anime era as well. When Robin first appeared, people immediately started comparing her to Nami, and the who's the best girl debate was everywhere. But over time, that argument naturally faded away. Because both Robin and Nami were loved for different reasons, both became iconic in their own ways, and at some point the fandom shifted from comparison mode to we love them both. I think we'll go through the same cycle in the live-action version. Right now, Robin's arrival might look like a sudden explosion because new energy always gets talked about more, but that doesn't mean Nami will fall behind. On the contrary, I think as time goes on, both of them will remain among the most loved, most talked about, and most passionately supported characters in the series. Especially after Season 3. Once Robin is fully integrated into the crew, we'll hear less comparison, and more, this duo turned out amazing. Do you think live-action Robin will exceed expectations and become one of the most iconic characters in the series? Or are people just this hyped right now because she's the new arrival? And which scenes in Season 2 do you think Robin will absolutely own? Make sure to write your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoy this kind of One Piece content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Your support truly means a lot. See you in the next video. Take care.